Well, everyone thinks I'm just trying to be coy, but, the truth is, Reggie hasn't really been able to do a lot, throughout the course of, the last 5 weeks. And the ankle really progressed slowly. And then, this week he's tried to go out there and practice. On Tuesday, if I had to say whether he played or not, I would have guessed no. But today he really looked good. So I'm going to name him the starter. You guys get the scoop. Reggie Bell will be starting Saturday against Grand Valley.
What's it been like to have Travis, step up to the plate and do so well and know that you can turn to him if you need to in the game?
Yeah, absolutely. Travis has done a great job. The biggest thing is, the understudies have been diligent. Javon Shaw's rolled in there and done his deal, and so has Brett Mooney to a certain degree. But so it's a balancing act trying to measure which reps everyone takes, and so you got 3 quarterbacks sharing reps last week. This week we basically had 2 quarterbacks sharing reps. That was Reggie and Travis, but. Reggie's really progressed and just got off the practice field and felt great about his movement. So, they've all really stayed focused and done the things they need to do to be prepared.
How much of a role does that December game play just in sticking in their heads? Obviously, it's a different season, different team than last year, but they obviously remember that feeling and what it was like.
It doesn't play any role. We, we've played each other, 4 times in 2 years. So, it's at Lubbers, it's at Top Taggart, it's, they win, we win, it's just a new season. I think both programs have really focused in on what's at stake rather than worrying about, any kind of rivalry game. I don't think really, if you ask the players or the coaches, both programs are looking for a W. We don't, nobody cares more than that. Looking to stay in the GLIAC race and potentially stay in, in the playoff race. So those are really the 2 focal points. I think both programs, speaking for us, that's definitely our focal point.
People talk about this being, the game that can get either team into the playoff. Do you look at it that way?
Well, it's still we got a long ways to go. We got 3 games after this. So, it puts you in a good situation. Both of us have 1 loss in the regular season. Both programs, fought hard. But, you feel a little bit better if you get a W in this one, obviously, because, then you're 3 games away. Feeling like you got a pretty good shot of being in the playoffs with 1 loss. But 2 losses we got in last year, thank goodness, and we were able to make a good run, but you try to take it out of other people's hands and say we're taking control over this circumstance, and that kind of control for both programs I'm sure is very important to us.
There's 2 other teams obviously in the race for this conference. I don't mean that this is deciding. If
no.
you don't win it, then obviously you're probably
conference race. If we don't get a W on Saturday, I would say that we're probably out of the race. We'll have 2 losses. Grand Valley would have 0 and Ashland would have 0, assuming they win on Saturday. So from a conference race perspective, you look at the 2 programs. Last year they were the undefeated GLIAC champ. 2 previous years we were, 14 and 15. We were undefeated GLIAC champs, and so both of us made decent playoff runs in the last couple of years. So we feel very good about what we've done here, but we know how great they are as well. And so, it's just all those things are at stake.
And you can take the playoffs, the conference race, everything out of it. There's some kind of bragging rights to have 2 teams this close to be national powers. What does it mean to you beyond that other stuff?
Nothing. It doesn't mean anything to me. It means a lot to Ferris State and the alums, and it means a lot to Grand Valley's alums, I'm sure, and for West Michigan people and for the people who played against each other. I just the other day we're sitting in my office and Jahan Brown's talking about Keon Belcher, and they're like, yeah, we've been friends for a long time, and so you got Colin Schlosser, Kyle Short, Keon Belcher, all West Michigan kids. Obviously we got Jahan Brown, Casey Center, a multitude of West Michigan kids, and you know, I don't mean to leave anybody out,
Right.
but, you know, for those things are really cool, you know, and for West Michigan to have 2 programs of this caliber, I mean, wow, I mean, that's incredible. So, you know, people should be proud of what both programs have achieved, and certainly feel, you know, a little bit of pride, and, you know, with our alums, you know, pride in what we've achieved, and enjoy, you know, Saturday with the challenge of playing Grand Valley.
Hey, one more. What do you say to the people who are upset with you of closing practice? I mean, I know you explained why, but obviously people are, you know.
Well, you know, I've got to protect my team, and so the biggest thing is protecting, you know, protecting Reggie and that situation. You know, I could wait till Saturday to announce him the starter. I don't like to play games, so it's not a tactic by us at all. So, you know, I just want to be forthright, and so people can find out now by watching the news here. But you know, I just didn't know how. You know, if you would have had cameras there on Tuesday,
Right.
you would have said, "Oh my goodness, this kid can't even run," you know, and so he hadn't ran in you know, 4 or 5 weeks. Obviously, he's worked hard in the weight room and done a lot of things on the bike, but he, you know, I just couldn't have a camera there, you know, with all the things that go with that, and so that was you know, just to protect my team, and so I think that's most important. You know, our guys work awful hard, and sometimes you got to do